Hello and welcome back to my channel Imperv B. I'm Julia. So today I'm really excited because for the first time since lockdown, me and Richard are going out in the van. Out. We're actually going for a drive for no other reason than just to enjoy some scenery. We don't have any beauty spots open, so I won't be able to go to a beach or a big car park, but we're hoping to find a quiet spot out of the way where we can just park up for a couple of hours, make a bit of lunch and just enjoy the van, which, as I said, we've used the van. Obviously I've been in here as using it as my second lounge, pretty much doing, well, reading, crafts, but we haven't used it as a camper van for 12 weeks or more, so we're going to do that today, which is very exciting. But before we do that, I've realised I have, during the lockdown, been filling the van gradually with stuff. I've been doing macrame in the van and sewing, so I've got a lot of stuff that I've been keeping in cupboards to keep it out of the house. So the van at the moment isn't really in a travelling van mode, so that's my plan this morning, is to almost start again really. I want to I know I've got stuff here that I don't use and I want to just get it all out because, as you know, I'm trying to simplify the van. I want to make life easier, so some things will need to change in here, and I haven't really had a proper clear out, as it were, since I had the high top conversion, because pretty much the day we brought it back everything was slowing down and we were sort of going in towards the lockdown period. So I thought this is a really good opportunity to have a trial run in it today, cook some lunch and see what we can move around and change, if anything. Maybe it'll all work as it is, but I do need to tidy, so I'd better get on. And also, in case you're wondering, I've pointed out this before, bought it in Home Bargains, little garland with fairy lights, which I do love. I'm not sure that Richard is so keen on it, but I like it. You may have noticed all me talking about simplifying and putting stuff away and clearing the van. You might wonder what I'm doing with plastic flowers in the van. But fact is, my daughter has bought these to decorate her room and she's got a surplus of them. So I haven't actually bought these, and I've got a few holes around the van where, when we've had the conversions done, they've taken seat belts out, and they look a little bit ugly. So my plan was, Richard's going to love this, take some more flowers and fill them. I've sort of done it here, and I think that looks quite nice. We'll see what Richard thinks. I'm afraid it's worse than I thought. I've only so far emptied the rack up here and I've already filled the worktop. As you can see, it's mostly stuff that I've been using during the lockdown. Couple of plants, plastic plants, the odd few useful things, but a lot of books, craft material, scrap material that I used for the cushion covers. So all that's got to go. So I don't think I'm going to actually have very much to put back, which is good news. So I'm going to put back now what I actually will use. Okay, so I've got rid of all the stuff that I don't intend putting back in the van, and that's all going in a bag to find somewhere else to put it or throw it out. So I've basically been left with the things that I use and that I will be keeping in the van. But I've had a thought. We've got this cupboard at the side here that I've always kept the pans in. But sometimes it can be a bit awkward getting things out of there. And now I've got these top cupboards, I'm thinking it might be more useful to put cooking things all in one place. this kettle, which came from Amazon. It's got a little folding handle, but that's obviously not going to fit up here. So I think I might need to keep that in here. And I'm thinking it would be useful because we don't have water tanks here. So we normally take a couple of litres of water in a bottle. We just save and use the same water bottle. So I'm thinking if I could get some more permanent water carriers in this cupboard, it would again simplify things because you need the water when you're cooking. It'd be lovely to sort of stash it in there somehow with the kettle, instead of bottles of water rolling around on the floor as they do at the moment. So that's one thought. I don't have much in the way of cookware pans. These are ancient. I had them when I used to do tent camping years ago. Just a nest of pans with a little grip. That's the frying pan, which is absolutely useless because everything sticks to it. So I just use that as a lid really. And it did have, which I loved, this little kettle, but the water started to taste really nasty in that now, and I bought the whistling one from Amazon, which I use now, so I'm not quite sure what to do there. To think about that, seems a shame to throw it away. So yeah, those are the pans I use for rice. They've got a little net to keep them all together. My worry is putting them more loose up here, they're going to rattle when we're driving. Doesn't bother me, bothers Richard. So yeah, so those, I've got a couple of chopping boards, one for meat and one we use for vegetables and everything else. And you'll recognise my, oops, that's gone down the back. My universal pot that I use for everything, and then this little thing I bought in Lidl, just for frying an egg or a small pancake, I guess. So yeah, there should be plenty of room for that. This is why I'm hesitating over the Ridge Monkey. I want one. I desperately would love to do toasted sandwiches in the van and all the other amazing things that everybody does in them. I just think it's going to take up too much space really. So yeah, I try and make do with as few gadgets as I can in the van. In the house is a different matter. I use a lot of gadgets in the house. Okay. Well, there's not an awful lot in there. There's a room for more, but actually, I'll put my collapsibles in here as well. My collapsible bowl. These came from Aldi's, but you can buy them pretty much everywhere these days. They're only a couple of quid. Brilliant. And my colander. They nest inside each other, so those will fit. And they might stop things rattling, actually. They might keep things pinned down. And these, these are so kitsch. We had a scallop starter meal from Marks and Spencer's for Valentine's Day this year. And the scallops were delicious, but these are lovely shells and they're too lovely to throw away. So I thought one day I'm going to surprise Richard when we're away in the van and produce a very romantic meal served on a mermaid bra. So I'm thinking this probably isn't the most exciting video that you've ever seen. It's going to get boring really, so what I'm going to do is fill these with the most useful things I can think of and then come back and show you what I've done at the end. And I've realised already I've bitten off more than I can chew today. I'm just going to finish off the one shelf, and I think we'll call it a day. I have emptied out quite a lot, so the one thing I can't take out to the van though is my book collection. I love keeping these in the van. They're part of the furniture really, And the guidebook for the Wales Coast Path, I did a bit of the North Wales Coast Path last year. Got a very first video I did is on the playlist there, and I'm hoping to do more this year. So I keep that because just for inspiration really. So I'm going to put my cutlery, plates, forks and sort of utensils for eating from up here, which will create more space in these little boxes down here for something else. Very exciting. We've set off for our drive. We've got Teddy with us. Feels good to be out, doesn't it? We're not just going shopping or anything, we're going for a leisure drive, only a couple of miles from home. We've arrived, we've stopped. The place we had in mind was a no-go because there was loads of cars there. As I said, all the beauty spot car parks are shut at the moment, so it's each man for themselves on any quiet locations that you can find. So this is where we are. We're up on a common land. View of the mountains. We're near the sea as well, but you can't see the sea. We've got sheep for company. So Teddy is enjoying a bid for freedom. So yeah, we're going to have a nice relax here. Richard's going to have a beer because I'm taking over driving duties then.
Oh yes.
So we're parked up and it started raining. We were expecting rain. It makes it even more cosy really, doesn't it?
Mm.
And Richard is on the forward facing passenger seat.
Plenty of leg room.
You've got plenty of leg room there, haven't you? Stretch out. And I'm on the driver's seat, which we don't have a reversing one on that, so it's just pushed forward. But I've got another one of my cushions that I made out of a piece of spare foam, so that just goes there, nice and comfy. So we can stretch out, and Teddy is just outside the van there. She doesn't want to be with us by the looks of it. So yeah, we were just saying, it's the first time we've really both been in the van, anything other than on the driveway really, isn't it, with the new conversion. And we were just saying it made such a huge amount of space, isn't it? It's lovely. More storage. And by the way, Richard doesn't mind the flowers. He said they look okay. Going to start to cook soon. We've got some sheepy visitors outside. Teddy's more interested now in the food cooking, and she's always hoping for scraps, aren't you? So I've got my little cooking station set up here with all the tools I need. Not many actually. Richard's set up over there with the beer. You're okay over there, aren't you, Mr.?
Cheers.
Yeah. Okie doke. So I thought I'd just show you what I've brought with me. So this is the, we're having a vegetable, well, actually it's ham as well. So we're having fried rice. I cooked the rice at home and I brought it chilled in there. I bought some herbs and spices, well, basically just some sriracha sauce. I had some ketchup mayonnaise in the cupboard, which is like a sweet soy sauce, but you could just use ordinary soy sauce, I guess. And then in this bowl I rounded up everything that I had in the fridge. So I've got a bit of ham, I've got a bit of ginger and garlic that I'm going to grate in with the oil in the pan. Some pineapple, some carrot. Oh, I've just remembered I meant to bring peas and sweet corn and I've forgotten that. So it's not going to be much of a fried rice, I'm afraid. Richard will have an egg with his. Yeah, so we'll see how that goes. Okay, cooking is done. This is mine. I've got some cucumber on mine. That's Richard's. All that's left for me to do is a little bit of sriracha over that. Obviously, this is all optional, but it gives it a bit of a lift. Are you ready, mister?
Are you ready? Thank you. Perfect.
Verdict.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, pretty tasty actually. So very quick, very easy, and
Very satisfying.
better than the sum of its parts, I think. Successful little lunch. We both enjoyed that. Nice and quick. Really tasty. And there must have been something in it because it knocked us all out. The three of us have had a little doze. Even Teddy. It's been lovely. Really peaceful up here. Only the odd car going past and the sheep outside. And the cushions I made have got a new purpose now. They are a footstool for Richard. So that's been quite nice. And then I have sat on this one, which was also really comfy. And you realise from sitting back here, the amount of room now that this van gives us compared to what it was before anyway. I started off today trying to tidy all my cupboards. I didn't get very far before we left. But I have decided that's a good option, putting all the pans in this cupboard, cutlery and crockery in this one. It will free up space in the wheel boxes, and yeah, we've decided that we are going to see if we can find some kind of flexible water storage for in here, because that, if we can get one with a tap as well, we think that would be really useful for sort of washing up and, well, just general cooking really. Okay, so it's been a lovely afternoon. It's pretty rainy out there now, but it's very cozy in the van. So we're gonna pack up, head off home, and hope you enjoyed our little day out with us, and we'll see you next time. Thank you for watching.